Hi there, I'm Bob,
I'm Allison.
and we're up in Maine, and we are going to be talking about our product roadmap for 2022 this year. So we'll be sharing the presentation. I'll kind of lead it off, and Allison will talk for a while, and then I'll come back. So you may want to leave around then. I'm going to do a little bit of a company overview. Allison's going to talk about email, websites, ticket events, and peer-to-peer fundraising. And then I'll finish it off with registration and race day. And as usual in these webinars, you can type questions in the chat, and either Johanna will interrupt us and ask us something, or she'll save questions to the end, and we'll try to answer as best we can at that point in time. So RunSignup started about 12 years ago now, actually, and the purpose was really to help endurance events. And you know, when Stephen and I first got together, we really didn't know what would happen with it. But Stephen wound up being just this amazing software developer, and people liked what we built, and we just listened to customers and kept building more stuff, and more people recommended us to their friends and associates and so forth, and we kept hiring good people, and the company just kind of kept growing. And by 2019, we had like over 20,000 events on our using our site, signing up like 6 or 7 million people per year. And a number of those customers happened to be nonprofits, and they were starting to ask us for technology solutions for things like their galas and golf outings and various other fundraiser types of activities. And so what we did is we started building out GiveSignup. Ooh, you weren't supposed to see that yet. Pretend you didn't see that next one. So we started building out GiveSignup, and really the key technology in this was, you know, we have this registration platform on RunSignup that really cares about the participant and the details of the participant. So you can figure out how old they are, so you can put them in the right age group for results. You care about the results. You care about who's on teams for peer-to-peer fundraising events. You care about who the fundraisers are and things like that. These other events really needed a ticket type of a platform. And when we looked in the marketplace, kind of the dominant ticket platform used by nonprofits was Eventbrite. And Eventbrite didn't do simple things like take donations very well. So we started building out a ticket platform, and it's gotten pretty darn good over the past couple of years that we've been building it. And so what's going to be happening over the next week or two is we're going to be rolling out this third thing. Now you can see it. It's called Ticket Signup. And really, it's just our ticket platform that we're opening up to anybody to use. And it turns out that this was kind of instigated by some conversations that Brian Jenkins was having with one of our large customers on the endurance side, who happened to have a jack-o'-lantern type of show back in October, and then a holiday light show in December. And so this customer used us for those events, used our ticket platform. It was a commercial customer, and it worked out really well. Both events were in the neighborhood of about 50,000 people each, and they both used our check-in app, and things ran really smoothly. And our ticket application, which Allison will talk about a little bit more, is really well tuned for like these multi-time slot, multi-day types of events, and allows participants to change, you know, from event to event kind of on their own. So if I'm busy on Wednesday night, I can do it myself and change to Saturday night. So anyway, over the next couple of weeks, we're going to be rolling out Ticket Signup. And the URL for this, and the website's not done yet, is ticketsignup.io, because ticketsignup.com was not available.
You did a bad job negotiating.
I did a bad job negotiating. Yeah, they wanted $150,000 for ticketsignup.com, and I'm like, yeah, I don't think so. You know, the key to our company is that we're a technology company, and we have this one single platform. It's made up of a bunch of services that are very reusable and things like that. But the key to our platform is that it's one platform. In fact, when you go back to this slide, if you go to any URL on runsignup.com and change runsignup.com to givesignup.org or ticketsignup.io, it's the exact same thing underneath. And so we started out kind of on this left-hand side at the top, building a registration platform where you really care about the participant. And we focused in on kind of building that out incrementally over time. And what's happened is this gray area here has become this very robust, very scalable infrastructure that we build everything else on top of. So, that's very secure. It's very, PCI compliant. We've only had 4 minutes of downtime since 2015. And it's very scalable, can handle thousands of transactions per minute. And it's a solid foundation that we're building on. And then we built all these different features along the way based upon customer requests. And we built those things in such a way that we can kind of reuse them at higher levels. And when we started out in the registration market, really we focused on endurance events. And rather than kind of make just generic registration, we wanted something that was specific for endurance customers. And that required us to create specific products and solutions for those customers. So we have this whole race day suite and results catalog. A number of the endurance events have peer-to-peer fundraising, so we built that and donations inside of it. We actually built a version 1 of membership back 8-9 years ago for running clubs and things like that. On the ticket side, one of the reasons why we chose to just limit it to nonprofit customers for the first couple of years is so we could focus our efforts. And so we built specific donation types of capabilities into that and so forth. And Allison's going to be talking about that about this in a couple minutes, but we're bringing our website capability and our email capability up to a product level over the coming couple of months. And so that is these are kind of market specific products that solve specific solutions, but really at the top level, we're a company that helps events do a better job of signing people up and then managing the event. So when you think about those 3 brands of RunSignup, GiveSignup, and TicketSignup along the top, the different kind of major products kind of apply to different ones of those in their markets. So in RunSignup, it's registration, race day, and membership. In GiveSignup in the nonprofit marketplace, it's registration because a lot of peer-to-peer fundraising. Last year, about half of the golf fundraisers used registration, about half used tickets because some cared about who was on what team and some really just cared about people coming out to the golf outing. Donations, obviously, and then I'll talk about this at the very end. We're hoping to have a version 2 of memberships sometime toward the end of this year, beginning of next year, that is very applicable to the nonprofit space. And then TicketSignup is really about tickets. It's just about helping events sell tickets. So I'm going to turn it over to Allison now to talk about email first.
Yeah, so the really exciting release we had over the last couple of weeks was getting out this new email builder. And it's live in tickets and registration today. And what's going to be coming in a couple of weeks is the ability to use email as its own standalone product. So in addition to being a feature within your dashboard for your events, you're also going to be able to just set up email as a standalone wizard and a standalone dashboard, and you're going to be able to use that to email all of your contacts across the platform, as well as upload as many contacts as you want. And so really the goal with this investment that we've been making in email is to replace our customers' paid email marketing platforms. We find that there's a lot of limitations to them and high costs. and they're also not purpose-built for your events. So this investment is kind of a big long-term strategy to really become the email marketing platform for all of our event customers. The very exciting thing about this email builder is that we've got this new interface that makes it really easy for you to create your emails. So no more of those weird gray lines in the old vintage email marketing.
I'm going to miss this.
We've introduced these new content blocks. So you're able to add as many sections as you want to your email, and you can just continue to add these content blocks to really format it. And as you guys know, we continue to do development after we deploy something. So this is kind of like this version 1 of version 2 email, where we've got an initial set of content blocks and capabilities of templates, and we're just going to keep adding to that library over time. The really powerful thing that is the reason that so many customers used our email marketing platform for the last 12 years is because
Not the gray lines.
It is purpose-built for events, and a big piece of that is having those data replacement tags. So this is a quick example from our ticketing platform, just showing how you can put this data-driven content into any email. We make it super easy and intuitive for you to do that, and then that gets replaced with the recipient's information. One of my favorite things about this new auto data replacement tag is that you can just start typing a %, and it will give you an automated drop-down list that you can choose from. So you kind of continue typing to narrow down the different fields that you're able to choose from. There's a couple of different types of contact lists that you're going to be able to choose from when you're in email marketing. So the first is bringing over those existing dynamic event contact lists. So these are active lists, and they are your participants, your ticket holders, your ticket purchasers, your donors. And when you schedule an email to go out to one of these dynamic contact lists, that list is going to continue to be living. So anyone who signs up or buys a ticket in between that scheduled time and the time the email actually goes out is going to be a recipient on that email. We've brought over all those include and exclude capabilities. So one of the most popular emails that I see go out is a promotional email where you exclude your currently registered participants and you include all of your past participants. We've also made it really powerful for you to bring in your own custom lists. We've already had this capability, but this is like the next generation version. So I think technically you can upload a CSV of 100,000 contacts at a time, 50,000?
No,
more.
It will handle more than that,
Okay.
but you can upload 100,000.
Yeah, so
easy.
Test it out. But you can bring as many contacts as you want over to the platform. There is no limit. You're never going to have to pay something if you reach a certain number of contacts in our system. So you can bring over as many contacts as you want. And you can also bring over custom data fields. So like an example would be if you want to bring over last year's participants from another platform, you can actually bring over the data of like which event they participated in, how much they donated. If you want to invite your board members to an event, you can bring over a list with all this custom information for them. And the platform will automatically suggest what those data tags should be just from the columns that you're importing into the system. So it's a really smooth, easy process to upload any of your external contacts into the system. And then the other really powerful capability that just came out is the ability to create a list from any report in the system. So this has been added today to the participant report and the donations report. And what you're able to do is in the participant report or the donor report, you can customize which columns are showing in your report. So like in this example, we've added columns for like the team and the donation amount. And what you can do is you can click the Save as Custom List, and that's going to automatically create a custom list from this report. And each of these columns are going to be data replacement tags. So a common example that I kind of like is, you could come into this participant report, you can filter on your deferrals from last year, and you can just create a list from that and email them. So it's really useful for creating these kind of static custom lists based off a set of data. and getting those different custom replacement tags that you want to be able to personalize what those email communications look like. So super powerful, and will continue to get added to more reports over time. So the first thing I mentioned about standalone email marketing, I actually didn't put this on the list, but that is something big that is coming next. So giving you that power of our free email marketing platform as a standalone product is coming in the next couple of weeks. We're going to continually add more templates and content blocks so that you have more flexibility with your designs, more options for how to lay out your different emails. The next big thing that Steven's going to be working on is going to be building out the automated emails that we have today for both registration and tickets. So those are things like the price increase emails, the incomplete cart, and the registration follow-up. And those are super high touch emails, very, very valuable. So bringing those over to the new email marketing gives you that flexibility to use these new templates, this new capability with data replacement tags and all of that. We're also going to be updating that email capture pop-up. So we came out with a little email capture that you can put on your website. It'll appear like 30 seconds after somebody's been on the site or when you like scroll your mouse up. And what we're going to do is build that into new email marketing. And it's going to be a little bit smoother because it's automatically going to go to a contact list that you'll be able to include, exclude from your email communications, give you the flexibility to continue to import additional context to that list. So if you still have an external website and you've got an email capture on that, you can bring those over into that same list. And it's going to give you a little bit more flexibility in terms of like the timing and display options. So that'll be a really nice next generation version of email capture.
And that will also get hooked up to automated email. So you'd be able to capture someone's email to give them a 10% off coupon or something like that automatically.
Some of the longer term projects that we're going to be working on throughout the rest of the year, so this probably won't come out in the next couple of weeks, it's going to be email analytics. So being able to see the open, the clicks, the interaction with your email communications.
And most importantly, like the purchase transaction.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to know who actually, signed up because of which email.
Yeah, so it's going to be on a per recipient basis. So right now we give you these aggregate email analytics and reports so you can see it in bulk, but you'll actually be able to see it on an individual basis. And that kind of is what will power these drip campaigns to say, if this person opened the email within a week and they clicked on the link to fundraise, send them an email about a success story of somebody from the nonprofit. So you can kind of this just becomes more and more powerful over time. The other thing that's going to be kind of a long-term project that'll continue to come out is this contact management and being able to create lists from the system across everything that you do. So some of our customers actually have like hundreds and hundreds of events on this platform with just like tens of thousands of participants. And being able to look across all of that to create a list and schedule and send and create automated emails, we're going to be able to give you a really cool way of doing that. There's been a lot of behind the scenes work on that contact matching algorithm and how that's actually going to work. So that's been in process for like a year and a half. So it's getting to the point though where we're going to be able to start putting it into the product and having that really add a ton of value to our customers that use us for a lot of different events and things on the platform. So next, we're going to talk about this other big investment that we're making across the platform, which are websites. So we have free websites today. We've always had this as part of when you go through the wizard and you complete setting up the kind of skeleton of your event, you automatically get a free website. And there's a lot of capabilities today to add content, add a cover page, feature your images, and feature all this data-driven content like results, fundraiser leaderboards, and donation goal thermometers. And what we're doing is we're creating a new website builder because today the process of building your website is a little bit time consuming. And this new interface introduces a really simple, intuitive way to add content to your website. It's allowing me to just put hundreds of images of my cat onto tons of websites across our platform. So it'll add a ton of value in terms of giving you that flexibility to build this very modern looking website with all types of content in it.
Or bobbickle.com, where I put up lots of pictures of when I used to be a decent runner.
So today this website builder is live in Tickets, and we've added a few really important capabilities, including the option to have drop-down menus. So you can organize that content and choose how it's going to display under different menu headings, and it's a slightly refreshed and more modern menu system. And we're also adding content types. This is kind of what's going to be coming in the coming months, but it's a similar interface to the email builder. So you have your website builder and you have your email builder, and both of them give you different ways that you can display your content. And some of that content is going to be static, like an image or a button or text that you write. And some of it's going to be data driven, like a donation goal thermometer, or featuring your sponsors. So there's going to be a lot of power in this as well, and we're just going to keep adding to this over time. So what is coming next is the standalone website builder. So that's going to let you just create a website that is not attached to any sort of event. And as we're starting to build that right now, we're really thinking about it in terms of the existing partner website and timer website capabilities. And so we're going to be prioritizing components that let our partners and timers transition off of the partner websites into these new standalone websites. And you're going to be able to do things like have your event calendar, have your results list. And this is also going to be an awesome website for anyone who likes playing around with new technology and just wants to start playing around with creating a website. You don't have to be a partner or timer to use it. It's going to be open to everyone on the platform. And over time, we'll continue to add more power to this, like the ability to embed important pages like donations and find a participant across all the different events that you own. So we're going to be investing a lot in websites as well. And I kind of view email and websites as these two really big ways that connect everything that you're doing on the platform. So websites on the back end, because it lets you connect everything across your events to send those communications and have that data-driven content get sent out. And then on the front end with websites, it's rolling up all the activity that you're doing across the platform. So showing all of your upcoming races and ticket events, rolling up donations across all of your events for 2022. So there's a lot of power and flexibility that comes with these products, and we're really building them so that it's purpose-built for events, both endurance, nonprofit, and ticketing. And so that takes me to tickets. So we've come out with a couple of new features recently. The first one that I want to talk about was just this voting feature. A couple of customers have kind of used our ticket platform to host these voting fundraisers. I think it was like PALS Atlanta had done a couple of really creative ones. And we had another customer that wanted to do a larger voting contest. So we thought that, this is a great way for nonprofits to host a virtual fundraiser. So we have a nice way to kind of automate and make that smooth with a fun leaderboard and vote tallies and everything. So we're really excited to see, especially what our nonprofit customers come up with for different voting fundraisers. One of the big projects that we're investing in is reporting for tickets. So we have reports for tickets. They exist today. We're introducing a next generation version of them. And this is going to come out incrementally as well. So the first thing that's going to come out is the option to add columns across all of your data for ticket purchases and ticket holders. We're going to add in really advanced search as well as filter capabilities. And then we're going to take that save report concept that exists in registration today and really try to elevate that in tickets so that you'll be able to customize a view, save that report, and easily add access to other team members, both a view only and a data and export access option. And with these more powerful reports, that also will get that capability in the future to create a list and export that to our email marketing platform. So reports are super important. They're a reason why customers choose to do their events with us. And we really want to, put in a lot of new features for ticket reporting. We're also building store for ticket. We have the option where you can already sell items when people purchase their tickets today. So they can add on a t-shirt or glow lights, whatever it is. We're adding a standalone store capability. And while we're adding that, we're also developing a concept called the warehouse. So the warehouse allows our multi-event users to manage a single inventory of store items across all their ticket events. So it's something where you can have like a set number of t-shirts and you manage that inventory at a high level, and that t-shirt will get displayed across each of your ticket events. So it's a really powerful concept we'll be introducing, and it'll also come with a slightly refreshed store interface for tickets. We have a few ticket management options today. So, it came out with the option to refund and transfer your ticket holders. We're continuing to add more options for how you can manage your tickets. On the director side of things, just making it super easy and intuitive. It's one of the most powerful capabilities that we have in our registration platform. It allows our customers to deliver best-in-class customer service to their attendees and participants. So really continuing to invest in making sure you have all the power to deliver the best customer service for your events. And then we are doing a lot in tickets. So we are continuing to actually do a lot more with ticket management, both on the director side of things and on the ticket holder front end side of things, so that ticket holders can actually edit their own information, transfer their own event, which we have today. So continue to add a lot more ticket management features. Coming next, we're going to do sales tax. So we did a huge sales tax project for registration with the new marketplace laws. So that will allow us to automatically collect and remit sales tax on behalf of your ticket sales. Today, we kind of handle that with just additional fees that you can use. We're investing in a smoother multi-day ticketing experience, as well as for admissions. So multi-day would be for an event that happens for a month or a long weekend. Admissions is perpetual ticketing, like think a museum. So, there could be closed on Sundays and holidays, but open the rest of the year. We are starting to do some R&D and initial investigation of a point of sale solution to be able to process tickets at an event. We're going to add the copy and renewal features. We've actually gotten a ton of requests for renewing ticket events. It's not a concept that exists in other ticketing platforms, but it's a great, powerful tool within the registration platform. So we want to bring that over to tickets. And then we're going to be adding more of the access options like we have in the registration platform. Peer-to-peer fundraising events. So this is using the registration platform. Some of our nonprofit customers know us as RunSignup. Some of them know us as GiveSignup, but it's all a single platform. And we just continue to build out more tools that nonprofits can use for their peer-to-peer fundraising events. So one of the big things that we're doing kind of behind the scenes is the ability to import your past fundraiser and donor information from another platform into our system. And this is going to be an admin-only tool. So if you're looking to transfer your fundraising events over, you can contact info@GiveSignup, info@RunSignup, or your account manager. But this will allow us to create past years of your event to import that historical fundraiser and donor data. And as you're kind of looking at like that email marketing platform, you start to see the power of having that past data in the system. Of course, if you want a shortcut and don't want to go through like importing, you can also just upload as a custom list to email marketing. So we have super flexible solutions, but this will allow more power and easier transition over to the platform. We've also been working on milestones and badges and adding more gamification. So there's a whole new style of how you can add badges to the platform and how they show on your fundraisers pages. We're also adding different types of milestones. So today we have that basic amount raised, but what'll be coming out in the coming weeks is the option to award people for becoming a team captain, or joining a team, or enabling Facebook fundraising, or getting a certain number of donations. So that'll keep getting added to these individual fundraising pages as well as the team fundraising pages. And we did a quick a way for our customers to edit a saved credit card. So one of the options that our peer-to-peer platform has is to auto charge credit cards for not meeting a fundraising minimum. And that's a ton of flexibility and power with that capability. Some of our nonprofit customers actually wanted their fundraisers to be able to go in and proactively change a credit card if it had expired. So we've added that option, and that also works for people who have saved a credit card at the registration level as well. What's coming next? We're planning to bring all this new email marketing technology to update our existing fundraiser email hub. So bringing that new template and power of data replacement tags into the user-facing fundraiser email hub. And then this is kind of true, this is true across everything that we do at our company. We do things based off of what customers want. And especially with this registration platform, it's been built out with a ton of features over the last decade. So it has a lot of things, but customers are always coming up with new features, new ideas, new creative ways that they can use our platform. And so what we do every single day is we just listen to what customers want. And we have a way where all of our sales and account management and customer facing team is logging the requests that people make. And our development team is looking at that every single day. And we're just figuring out like what's going to have the biggest impact for the most number of our customers, and what's really going to help people improve the way that they're able to do events. And so I just kind of wanted to call that out here because we don't have a ton of planned investment and big projects like we have in email and websites and tickets, but we're going to continue to add features, and it's really going to be prioritized by what our customers want, because we do scalable software. We do not build custom software. And so it's really exciting.
Yeah, just to riff off that for a minute before I go into Reg and race day. So a couple of points. So we view ourselves in partnership with our customers, and that we're successful when you're all successful. And our job is to basically build technology that all of our customers can benefit from. And the way we build that is that, as Allison says, we listen to customer feedback, we filter that, and then we try to create software that is reusable. So we never build a feature for a particular customer. That particular saved credit card was because a new peer-to-peer fundraiser customer came to us and asked for that feature, but we build it in such a way that all of our customers get access to that, right? So, and what that also does is it just adds value to that big platform, that big block diagram I showed at the beginning. That's another reusable component that we can use in other places in the platform. And in fact, it took us very little time to make that feature because we used capability that we had already done on saved credit cards previously on the platform. So please keep the feedback, the cards and letters coming on features that you want. We may not always get to it, but we'll try our best. We do about 2,000 releases of our platform per year. What's one of the really cool things about that big block diagram is, yesterday we did 17 versions got released yesterday in one day. So it's pretty cool, and it gets released, and that functionality appears like in between clicks. So I think it was yesterday, Johanna did, or maybe it was 2 days ago now, Johanna did a webinar on our race trends. It's an annual report that we put together based upon all the data that we collect off of our platform. And because we've got, tens of thousands of events and, millions of people registering on our platform, we've been doing this for, I think, like 6 years now, 5 years or so. And it's really getting, a good amount of data. Now, the report this year is about 90 pages. So Johanna does this amazing job on it. She really tries very hard. But kind of the net of it is that we've probably got a pretty large market share in the endurance space, and so it's materially significant. And so we are able to do things like compare events this year versus in 2019. And so this chart shows that, events came back, but not fully. And so what we expect to happen this year is kind of events coming back more and more fully up to that 100% type of level over time. Our business has actually grown partly because we've gotten a number of endurance events have started coming over to us, so our market share keeps going up, and then our donation and our ticket sales keep going up too. So one of the most significant features that we actually came out with, again, in a multi-month type of thing around the turn of the year and finished off in January, is non-binary gender support. So if you're familiar with the endurance industry, it was very much all results were male category, female category, and all result platforms and like a whole bunch of third-party software all revolved around basically a binary. It was a 0 or 1 in all these databases of how you treated people. And so it turns out that in the registration world, when you're doing results and everything, that data field appears in about 1,000 places in our code base. So it was a pretty big project that we took on to change this over. And we were kind of waiting for customers to get to the place that the actual events could support non-binary. And so what we saw were a few leading edge events taking the kind of step to say, no, we're going to have a non-binary category. And so so that's what led us to do the work to make this. This capability is turned on at the event level. So each event director has that choice. It has a lot of downstream operational types of things, like do you give medals to the same age groups and things like that, and how do you categorize and so on. We've done it in a very deep way, so it's included in team and group support. You can edit your own profile in your binary in your profile editing. And then you also all the timing and results show really nicely as these examples demonstrate. The kind of biggest investment that we're making on the endurance side is in our race day team. So about 25% of our development resources are on the race day technology team. And in addition to that, we've got dedicated people on our support team, like Chris and Dave and Chris and Matt and Roger, of course, to help timers. And timers we really view as kind of lifeblood of the endurance community. They are the people that are the professionals. A lot of races just happen once a year and it's done by volunteers, but the timers are the people that do it time after time after time. And so what we've done is we've made this big investment in trying to provide education in addition to some good support and high quality products. We do these weekly little webinars called Timers Talk, and it just we have this huge catalog of content. This just shows an example of some of the sessions that we did in the past year. So the kind of heart of our technology and kind of the most complex thing that we build on the race day team is a scoring engine. And Roger Bradshaw from the race director joined us about 6-7 years ago now. And his software was used by probably about 30% of the timers in the United States. What we did as a strategy is to have race day scoring start to be built and transition so that as the race director marches towards end of life at the end of 2023, race day scoring is there to pick things up. And so today we offer both those products, and there's a transition kind of happening with race director users, but actually most of the race day scoring users are coming from other scoring platforms. There's a number of older scoring platforms, and not many companies are really making any investments in scoring for timers. So our ambition is to make race day scoring kind of the premier offering in the market. And the numbers are just astounding how many people use this product and get timed with it each weekend. Race day scoring is in version 3 in 2021. We came out with over 40 releases to the software. It now is functionally equivalent or superior to race day scoring. The new lap races, race director, the new lap races, Roger says, is so much better than race director. And we continue to make improvements for this this coming year. We've got a whole bunch of plans around improved reporting and very large race support, so it can handle the 40-50,000 plus type of races with very complex teams and things like that. The other kind of big investment that we're making this year is around the timer dashboard. So this is basically the idea of race day scoring sits on a PC. It just runs individually on a PC, so it doesn't need any internet to actually time an event. But if it is connected, it will automatically back up to the cloud. And what's really cool about that is that there are timers that have multiple timing teams out in the field. So the head timer can be back at home and kind of managing, keeping an eye on everything. And if they need to, they can basically intercede and fix problems on the ground in near real time. We also are in the midst of releasing some results improvements. So we've got this new design that will be coming out in the coming month or two that has simplified views to it. So some results can be very complicated, and those advanced results will stay as they are. But this provides a simplified view for the quick view, very mobile friendly and easy to thumb through. Race day check-in is our most popular product on the endurance side. People just love this product. So over 4,000 events used it last year, 1.6 million check-ins. It's just incredible how easy and quick it is. It's so easy, even Kevin Harris, our CFO, can use it. He used it at the Scott Coffee race, and he was really good.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, and the check-in app, we did a major reversion in 2021, and we also added a volunteer check-in capability to that works with our volunteer system. And 2022 is going to be more incremental updates. Edit custom questions is probably the big one, the big feature request that we hear that will get put in there. Some minor flow improvements, and we're doing some infrastructure stuff that will just make the product more maintainable and easier to improve in the future. RaceJoy, if you've used it recently, has gotten a pretty nice UI refresh that makes it more modern, easier to use, easier to look at, and so forth. Photo platform had big improvements in 2021. Louisiana Marathon just posted 45,000 photos for their event a week or two ago, and And so it kind of tested our platform, and we found some performance bottlenecks, and so those have been improved. So if you've got more than 45,000 photos, we'll be able to handle it, no sweat now. We did integration with tickets. Photos is on websites, and you'll see some interesting stuff that we're going to be doing with the new website builder that Allison was talking about, and the photo libraries that you post up here. On the registration side, the user experience is we're making some improvements. Some of you saw that yesterday as we rolled out some improvements that were kind of disimprovements, but quickly recovered to make them improvements again. The goal there, that was kind of like the setup to actually do some further improvements. So this diagram down to the right-hand side here, what you're going to be able to do is these tiles are going to be much more rich. You'll be able to upload images in the background and things like that. So it'll be pretty slick on that side. Also on the user experience side, improved email collection that Allison talked about, and improved use with GiveSignup, for events rather than race wording type of stuff. Really excited about this project. This project is probably only a month or two away from seeing the light of day. It's a text service. So basically, you're going to be able to put up a sign and say text, R21 for results for the Scott Coffee to the short code, and it will come back with a quick URL that the user can click on. It'll open up a web page and it'll show you the results. And this will work across our platform for any type of function. So it might be useful for a donation sort of thing. It might be useful if you're kind of in a running store, you can put up a little sign and people can get a quick link to go to your sign up for your race and things like that.
We actually were listening to the radio. We were listening to the Philadelphia WXPN, and we heard an ad for an upcoming ticket event. So I think one of the really cool things that people will be able to do is actually on radio ads and announcements, you can use this text service to say, buy your tickets today, text T21 to a short code, and you get that link.
Yeah. Pretty nice little feature here. Registration dashboard improvements. We've got a lot of stuff kind of coming. You may have noticed things got a little bit darker on all the dashboard. That was to improve accessibility. So we care a lot about accessibility and making our platform available to all users, even people that have vision impairment. And so we with all our releases, we do testing now for accessibility, which is nice. But it kind of got a little bit of a refresh with that. Main dashboard navigation, a little drop down you click on the upper right hand side is going to get refreshed with some nice graphics and clear layout. Questions dashboard page is going to get redone finally, and that will be a really nice improvement. And obviously the big two that Allison talked about are email and website. So both those products are probably the most used products that we have. And if you think about putting on an event, the two biggest promotional items that you can have are your email system and your website. So making that stuff easy to use and very powerful is really important to us because it's important to our customers. Before I go to that, I forgot about two little marketing features that are kind of coming out. One is TikTok ad code. So if
that's already out.
That's already out. And then Facebook conversion API, and that's in the process of coming out.
It's funny, we spent 2 days working on this and kept adding things, and I feel like we both left off
I know there's a half dozen things. We're gonna do more than this. Don't think we're lazy. And then I have made this statement multiple times. So this is a big question mark whether
Sales
we
tax,
will,
pandemic.
whether we really will do it this year. Yeah, we got interrupted by sales tax one year. We got interrupted by this pandemic thing another couple of years. But I think we're actually going to do it this time. And Jonathan is going to be leading this for us. And he's actually a former running club president. And he's actually like, you know, a member of a Rotary club and stuff like that. And he has, and before he worked at RunSignup, he did development against our club API to work with his club software that he was developing. So anyway, and he's a fantastic developer, and he's very cognizant of what's needed by our customers. Today we have a really good club system in terms of membership management and membership options of how you sign up and things like that. It's just that we haven't really updated it in quite a while, and there's a number of features that we can add to it that make it really great for our existing customers. We've got hundreds of running clubs that use this, but also will make it really nice for nonprofits. And I think that's it. Johanna, any questions, comments coming in?
Yes, we have a lot of questions. So we can run through them kind of one at a time. If people still have questions, you can feel free to put them in, and we'll go through these sort of in order of product that you guys talk about. Starting with email, a lot of questions on email. I think people are excited about it. Will we be able to easily build and add suppression lists, i.e. someone is already registered, can they be suppressed from the next promotional email?
Yeah, so that is what we were showing with the include and exclude. So you can do that today. And then the more advanced drip campaigns, I mean, it's all include, exclude rules. So you can do it today, and we're going to continue to add more functionality to that over time. But I do think the most popular use case is send out a coupon to everyone who signed up last year and hasn't signed up this year. So include, exclude already works like that today, and you can do that easily.
Yeah.
For email templates, is it only at the race level, or can you create a template at the partner level?
So there is no partner, emails is not put into partners yet. What will be released in the next few weeks here is standalone email, and that kind of serves as like a shared email system that you could use for all of your events, because inside of there you're going to be able to see all of your contacts, all of your events, whether it's registration or tickets or donors or whatever.
Can you integrate GIFs and short videos into email content, or just image files?
Just image files today.
Oh, we'll like this one. We're excited. Does this mean we can nix constant contact?
You know, I really feel sorry, because I think we may have, we're not big enough. We will not have much of an impact on MailChimp or Constant Contact, but there will be some customers who will be leaving them. Yeah. This is a lot nice. If this is for events, this system is so much nicer just because of that data integration.
I would recommend getting into the new email marketing and playing around with it, and just getting a sense of how that works for what you're currently used to. And just know, like, this is a key area of investment that we're making, and that product roadmap we laid out, it's kind of in an accelerated motion right now. So yeah.
Will RunSignup hosted club memberships be a standard email list option?
Right now, today, you're going to have to export your club members and then import it with a contact list. That will get added over time. I'm not sure if we'll wait until membership version 2 or whether we'll do a membership version 1.
This is a good one. Will our contacts be secure from use by other nonprofits when they're using email?
Yeah, I mean, everything in our platform is secure. So our approach is that we do not own the data. We have the right to utilize the data on your behalf. So if you upload contacts or if somebody signs up for your event, that's your data. And while we can see it as an admin, and because we have access to the whole database, we do not share that. We do not market to those people. They will never get an email that comes from us. And so, yeah, it's your data. That's one of our core concepts. You know, we have a couple of core concepts around this company. One is being open, which I hope we're showing today. And kind of the power of being open is that, like, you get the benefit of the entire community. Like, you all see what we're doing. If we're being idiots about it, you can tell us, right? And the other power that we have is that we know exactly what we do. We build technology for you all to use. It's your data, you control it, you own it.
Last email one, does the email contact import have an API?
No.
Have you
It's a good
considered?
idea, though. it might this year.
Have you considered integrating surveys into the platform as an alternative to SurveyMonkey?
I have, and I think it's a lousy idea. Yeah, I mean, you know, you can do surveys with our custom questions, and you know, there's really not that much of a difference. And if you really want good survey tools, there's a plenty out there, and they're for free. And it's yeah, I don't think we can add any value at all to survey field.
Any thoughts on a change log to see what director or user made a change to a setting or registrant data internally?
We do have log for a lot of things.
Yeah, we do have it. I don't know how much it's exposed to customers
Yeah, I'm not
today.
sure how much is exposed to customers today.
But in the meantime, if you do have a question about something, email your account manager info@ and ask. We do have those change logs in our system for most things that affect like finances or like race day type tools. And then I think that's just something we would need to talk about and figure out how.
Yeah, it's, you know, there's security implications around that. So.
On Website Builder, any idea when the new Website Builder will launch for registration, and will there be an extra fee for using it?
No, there will be no extra fee for using it. And the way that we're launching it is kind of incrementally. So we're launching it as an independent website builder outside of the race website, outside of the registration system. And the reason for that is that there's just so many features that are embedded in the registration platform that we need to take time to replicate. So Allison threw a few of them on her slide, like find a participant or results, et cetera, et cetera. And so the idea is that we're gonna implement this standalone, and then we're gonna additionally add components kind of like one at a time. Like the first one we're gonna do is to add an event list. So a combination of all of your registration events and ticket events. So you can have a nice looking calendar on your website that is easy to click on and go anywhere. And then eventually we'll add in, you know, like the race information page, and then we'll add the result page, and then we'll add the find a participant page, and then we'll add the donation page. And so we'll incrementally add those. Once we get them all done, then we're gonna plug it into the registration, just like you saw email plugged in over the past week or two into the registration dashboard. You'll see website V2 plugged in.
All right. I know we're running a touch long, but I do want to kind of get through these. I think some of these are good questions. We have a 5K that has multiple events throughout the year. So they'll have a 5K and then several events leading up to it. With the website builder, will there be a way to have registration open links for multiple events and dates at the same time?
Yes.
Can you white label the registration interface?
It's kind of white labeled. You can bring your own domain. And so like go to scottcoffee.com or go to bobbickle.com. Those are examples of our website in action. But it's just your own domain.
Also on the back end, there's just a million ways you can continue to white label it by adding more website content. You can customize all 84 of the different notifications that send from our system when people take different types of actions. Like you can really brand it with your own,
Yeah, and we don't have private labeling on V2 of email yet, but we will enable private labeling. You have to know how to manage your own DNS settings on GoDaddy or wherever you're hosting stuff, but it's pretty easy to do.
Will the standalone store allow friends, family members to get on and purchase merchandise to support a particular event or race without participating in the event?
Yeah, we offer that today in the registration platform. We have a standalone store and we're bringing that functionality over to tickets as well.
And when you talk about warehouse for store items, will that exist in both registration and ticket events?
This year it's going to exist in tickets. I think the next place it'll get added to is realistically V2 membership. I think I know that it's built in a way that we can expand it to registration at some point. That's going to be a very long development investment. So we're going to have to figure out at what point we're going to do that. So if that's a request, I mean, let us know and we'll just kind of continue to.
I really want to get that done at some point in time. And kind of what you've noticed is that we're doing some of these new developments on the ticket platform because it's kind of easier and quicker to get it out. And, like in the case of websites, there's just so much functionality on the registration platform to replicate. And we need time to like develop all that software basically. And so it's easier to put it out there and to kind of, get early feedback and so forth. And then kind of incrementally improve it and then move it to the reg platform. But yeah, I gotta believe that in 2023 it will be on the reg platform because it really is nice. I mean, it's not done yet. The warehouse isn't done yet, but Benny's doing a kick-ass job on designing it and putting it together. So we're really excited about it.
Just a few more. Can ticket sign up be used to sell raffle tickets?
We have not formally announced that yet. We're actually in the midst of discussions with a payment processor to get approval to do that. Raffle tickets are a little bit touchy because there's so many rules and regulations around them, and they're done on a local type of basis. And so we do anticipate supporting raffle events. If you've got a particular need, get in touch with whoever your contact is at our company and we can have a discussion around it.
Note that will require that you do have a raffle license to be able to host your event.
Yeah, we'll need to see some sort of physical proof of that. We have done a couple on an exception basis for customers, for longtime customers of ours, and they've understood the risks of putting it up.
Does the photo platform allow admins to move photos between albums?
Not really. It doesn't have good kind of flow of, arranging your photos at this version. That's probably a 2023 project of doing more arrangement of your photos within the albums. So what you would do is you would just kind of remove an album and then re-upload.
For email, will you be able to create new data tags and assign them to columns of a CSV upload?
Yeah, that's one of the powerful things. It's really cool. So like if you're coming over from I did a blog post with a donation example, and you export like from whatever your old donation system was, like what their 2020 donation was, and you put that into a column, and then you can send out a customized email and say, hey, thank you for your donation of $100 in 2021. We're looking to, raise more this year and wondering if you can make it 125 this year.
And the nice thing is that the platform does automatically create those data placeholders for you. So like if you just take the time to have a CSV that has header rows and it says like 2020 donation, when you import that to our system, it's automatically creating that 2020 donation tag for you. So it's like well labeled and you don't have to type anything.
Yeah, and then
So
when you're
fast.
creating your email, like Allison says, you type %D and then it appears automatically. It's really cool.
Any chance to charge for photos on the photo platform?
No.
And final question, someone would like to know what the message is in the picture behind you on the fireplace.
It says, I would rather feel bad in Maine than feel good anywhere else.
And that, I believe, is all.
That's it. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.